as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the Philadelphia Eagles.
Josh Lambo is set to kick off.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. That this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Now a handoff here to his running back. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be a third and about 13. They'll look to throw. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Yannick Ngakoue able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Second down.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Bridgewater, a play fake to McCaffrey. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible. Josh Lambo now for the point after. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead.
The score, Panthers 7, Eagles nothing. Josh Lambo is set to kick off.
And Lambo now after the touchdown. He'll kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? 2nd and 6. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. That is caught at the 7. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 36 yards on the play. How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has zero answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
On the ground, McCaffrey, and he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Panthers add on to their lead. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and that'll make the score 14-0.
Josh Lambeau is set to kick off.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 16 yards, a first down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41.
Taken down.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Strong run, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Open man, it's Reagor. He's got it. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Panthers.
Hey, whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are. And now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. And this is caught in the end zone by Jalen Reagor. Touchdown, Eagles. Jalen Reagor, his second touchdown on the season. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From the gun, Bridgewater gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Clock runs, less than a minute to go, and an entertaining first quarter of play. Play action now. Bridgewater. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked up near the 26. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up second.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 16 yards, a first down.
34-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Panthers 21, Eagles 7. Josh Lambo set to kick off.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Now a handoff working right. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. So they get the 1-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the route is on here in this first half.
Josh Lambeau set to kick off.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
18-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. They were looking good on 2nd down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete. The intended receiver was Thaddeus Moss, but now it's 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And his bid for the 1st down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Jeremy Chinn picks it off. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Moore. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with...
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Panthers have got it on cruise control.
Lining up for the point after.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. From the 6. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Looking for his running back, and he's got him.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big game downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. It's a first down on a gain of 10. They'll look to throw again. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 37. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. McCaffrey on the toss right. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
The second down throw for Bridgewater. He rifles complete, caught by Moore. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Curtis Samuel, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers just continue to pour it on. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
And the route is on here in this first half.
Makes the score Panthers 49, Eagles 7. Josh Lambo set to kick off.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at about the 31. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown.
Let's go, come on.
That pick six extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
And he's able to put it through.
Makes the score Panthers 56, Eagles 7. Josh Lambo set to kick off.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now a penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
Going right side here, and that's complete. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. That catch good for only a couple. And my goodness, another interception. Marcus May with a pick. And fantastic field position has them just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line in the red zone.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Now that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up second and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5. So we come upon halftime, intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
The dynamic duo is doing damage in this one, and they've certainly been on point throughout, and they hook up again for another big play.
That was the worst call ever. Let's pick it up. You're embarrassing.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Trying to get to the outside. This is McCaffrey. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. Off the play fake, Bridgewater. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
And that takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, where we're having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
The running back.
And he stopped immediately there.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Out of the gun now on third down. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 48, and he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8. The last time we saw 7, 2001, right? Yeah.
Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw is Bridgewater. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
His throw here is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now a toss. This is McCaffrey. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the 1st at the 32. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And my goodness, another interception. Jeremy Chinn picks it off.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Credit to tackle that time to Deshaun Hand.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A gain of 7. And the Panther first down.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Bridgewater on first down. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line. That's now a second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 47, the 20, 10. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
There we go, baby. There we go.
That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Mike Spartan, let's go.
After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Now he steps away.
He'll fire it deep for Reagor. Jalen Reagor was the intended receiver.
And that'll bring up second down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Check 59.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 32. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. They go backwards there 2 yards, and second and 1 is now third and 3. The Panthers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's third and 3. Bridgewater now from the 50. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up fourth. Now it's first.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down.
Yetur Gross-Matos
in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And now here is another interception.
Jeremy Chinn picks it off.
And they'll be inside the red zone with a ball at the 16-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter.
Number 53, Mike 53. 53 to Mike, 53, check 53. I'm coming, I'm coming, I'm coming.
And they take a knee.
What is this? I want my money back.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Go, go, go. What?
And they'll take a knee as the clock runs under a minute to play.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike. He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
And on 4th down, they come up and take the knee. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification. At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
That's complete to Moss out of the backfield.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Incomplete. It's 4th down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on